Good afternoon and welcome to City Speaks. City Speaks is a show for the residents for the city of Dunkirk. It's the vision of Mayor Wilfred Rosas, who wants to ensure that everyone within our city knows that his administration is totally transparent, and we're here for you, the people. And with that, we have Mayor Rosas. So Mayor Rosas, welcome. Glad to have you.
Good to be back, Vicki.
Okay. Well, so we're going to try to get through this. There is so much happening in the city, as always, and you're busy. So we try to work around your schedule, which is not always easy. Let's start with a little bit of things that are going on. We've had a call, we've had an email regarding some of the manhole covers on Central Avenue. Talk about that first and let me know what's happening.
Well, we did have some issues with some of the manholes on Central Avenue, and I have spoken with our DPW director and directed him and his staff to work with the county to address the issues. And those that need emergent attention are going to be addressed very soon.
Okay. And then the others would be addressed when? In the spring?
In the springtime, the plan is that the county will make sure the contractor comes back in the spring to finish the job. There's a punch list of issues that need to be addressed, and they're looking to address them in the spring. But again, the manholes that are in emergent need of attention will be addressed before that.
Okay, very good. So to the resident that sent me an email, there's your answer. So thank you for emailing that. Let's talk a little bit about some other things that are going on. We have, when we talk about Central Avenue, we're talking about the Central Connection. What is the progress on that? What's happening?
Well, that paving, again, was part of our Central Connection project. We also have some intersections that we highlighted, and we also, the branding, we're going to have some banners that are going from Barker Commons in Fredonia all the way to the pier on Central Avenue. And the goal here, of course, is to connect the village with the city as well as the university. We'd like to know that we can have the students not only going into Fredonia, but also into the city and enjoying some of the things that we have to offer here in the city of Dunkirk as well.
And hopefully this will continue to help bring more consolidation, more shared services, and more of a mindset that Central Avenue really does go the full length all the way down to the pier and to the lake.
Absolutely.
So that's
Absolutely.
important. We have some other things that are going on at the city. Let's talk a little bit briefly, if you don't mind, about the Pier 30 Cabana Bar that's a part of the project.
Well, that again is part of the pier project that we have going. We are getting into the construction phase soon on that project. We're very excited and happy to know that we have a marina operator there that's looking to invest money into our waterfront. We do have a lease agreement with Mr. Charles Pringle, and he has agreed to invest some money in the waterfront for that Pier 30 cabana. It'll be a small bar. They're going to sell sandwiches and snacks and things like that. It's really to make it more friendly for the boaters, but it'll be open for the general public, and we think that's part of the enhancing that's going to be happening here at our pier.
Well, our waterfront is so vital to this city and to the entire area. So anything that we can do to help bring businesses, to bring people, that's great. And those are the kinds of things that we need to be doing. So congratulations, and I know that you've worked with Mr. Pringle in this project and with others. So that's wonderful.
We have a good relationship. He has other plans also that he's looking to do upgrades over at the pier. He's adding more slips and more docks. So he's looking to do better lighting out there. So we do have a plan in place for the bathrooms as well. So this is all part of the main project.
So the whole pier itself, once that project gets going and becomes enhanced and all the renovations that are being done there, should be a good time for next summer. Be ready for our summer activities.
Absolutely.
Okay. We also have, when we talk about activities, we have a big event coming up this Saturday for Small Business Saturday. That is going to be, this is the second or third year that the city of Dunkirk has really participated in this. Tell me a little bit about what's happening there. What can the people expect?
Well, it's our third annual Small Business Saturday event, and it's going to be at where JCPenney used to be in the plaza. We did it there last year. We had a really, really good turnout. We're expecting even better turnout this year. I believe we have about 25 different vendors that'll be there. And so we encourage the public to attend and participate. There's going to be some refreshments there, and I believe our local access channel will be there to tape some of this. So, this is, again, trying to encourage people to shop locally, and, we're excited.
Our development department has really been the leaders in much of what's going on here. They've been working very hard, and I know that our director, Rebecca Yanis, our CDBG coordinator, all of the people have really been working in that effort. Once they leave JCPenney, people are going to be going to City Hall.
Yes, that's the annual tree lighting event over at City Hall. That'll go from 5 to 7, so we'll be at the small business event from noon to 5 p.m. and then at City Hall from 5 to 7 for our tree lighting. We're going to have raffles there. We're going to give away prizes. There's going to be activities for kids, and Santa Claus will be there as well. So there's a lot of excitement. We'll have hot chocolate from Tim Hortons and some other refreshments there.
So the kids will get to come and visit and see Santa.
Oh,
So
yeah.
is it? So I saw something the other day that said, "Is it too late to start being good?" So I have to wonder. Maybe we'll see what Santa has to say about that.
But I also want to give credit to our development department. They work hard. A lot of people don't see the time, work, and effort that goes on behind the scenes for some of these events that we do, and I just want to publicly give them a good shout out because they deserve it.
They certainly do. That's absolutely true. We have some other important things that are happening. We have our North County Water District. That's now up and running.
Absolutely. The meters are now running. I have to give credit to our DPW director, Mr. Randy Woodbury. I directed him to be the point of contact for the city with this project, and he's done an excellent job of keeping me informed, making meetings. We attend meetings together at times. But he is really a good point person for the city to have. This project is going to be a good thing for the city. We're increasing our revenues by about $500,000. That's the projection. And with the issue with NRG, this is one of the things that we wanted to do is increase our revenues. And so this is part of that process. So we're real happy about this project.
So now we talk about the revenues and the things that are happening, especially with NRG going. As a result of that, you have been working very hard for other funding, for other opportunities to bring money and economic development. One of those projects is our LED lighting project. Tell me, for those who may not be aware, what does that mean to us as far as the lights themselves, and what about the money that's coming?
Well, we put in for this LED project to get assistance from the state. And again, I have to thank our Honorable Governor, Andrew Cuomo, for his help. He has been very supportive to the city, and I really appreciate that. This LED project is a project that will save city taxpayers $250,000 annually. And I was very happy to make this announcement a few weeks ago that we were awarded $1.1 million from New York State for this project. New York State is monitoring this project and will be looking to showcase this project statewide as a model for other municipalities to jump on board and do the same thing. Now this project, we're going to be converting all of the lights in the city. So it's not just all of our city facilities, but even our street lights. All the lights will be converted to LED, which means we'll have better lighting at a more efficient cost.
So all of the city-owned lights will be LED.
Yes.
So now what about our homes? Will those change, or will it just be the street lights?
Will just be the street lights right now. That's what this project calls for. It's a real extensive project. The contractors are actually already in town. So the project is going to be probably completed within the next 5 months.
So we should be able to start seeing some change. Will there be a difference in the quality of the lighting? I mean, will we notice whether it's brighter or not as bright?
Yes, you will. It'll be a lot brighter.
Okay, good. That's the right answer. Now, we've talked about some of the other things that are going on in the city. One of the things we talk about grants, we talk about funding, we talk about all the ways that we can bring money in, that we can do things smarter, because I know that you have also made some cuts, made some changes. You've tightened the belt a little bit at City Hall. We also have done some things. We've had some questions regarding this forestry project that the DEC is helping us with. Tell me a little bit about what that entails and what kind of dollars can we expect for that?
Well, back in 2017, I directed our development director to put in for a grant so that we could manage our trees and plant some new trees where it's needed. There are certain areas scattered around the city where we do need to address that issue. And very fortunately, again, I have to thank our governor, Cuomo, for helping us out. We received, or we are going to be receiving, $49,500 to do this management study on our trees, and then this will put us in the position to obtain even more funding for the planting of more trees.
So that the initial forestry grant, as I understand it, then they're going to do an inventory. They'll help us develop a plan. They'll say these trees need to go, these trees need to stay, or this is where we need to have more trees or fewer trees.
Right.
So that's good. So that's even more money that's coming into the city, which is something that we desperately need.
Absolutely.
2018 has been a busy year. We have done a great deal, and you have done a great deal with the city of Dunkirk. We continue to grow the city. We continue with our economic development plans. We've got a Phoenix that's supposed to be coming in soon. We've had a huge outpouring of support for some of the things that we've done through our festivals, through the boat race. What are you looking for 2019? How are you going to match that?
Well, we're looking at 2019. We focused on our waterfront in 2018, and now we're looking at focusing on Central Avenue, our central business district. You're going to see more of our focus being on bringing in more businesses, and we're not talking about just the big businesses, but small mom and pop shops. We want to have that in Central Avenue. The Colburn block is something. We have a new investor that just purchased the whole Colburn block. We're looking at storefront on the bottom, businesses on the bottom floors, and then condos on the top floors. So we're trying to get him some help, and we're going to continue to try to bring in, again, more businesses into our Central Avenue Business District. So that's the focus for 2019.
So you talk about condos, of course, that brings us to the villas that are coming up.
Yes. And at the villas, they have demolished. I believe that they've completed their demolition process and are now looking at continuing the development of that site. So we're excited about that. The target date, again, is they want to have the first complex built up and running before Phoenix is open.
Wow. That's really good news. We've also brought in money for our parks that are now finished. Senator Young has really worked hard. She's given us funding. So we have Point Gratiot is up and running, Wright Park. So are we planning on doing any additional work in our parks for 2019?
Absolutely. We have phase 2, which is supposed to be coming. We're still working on that plan, but we want to continue. We're not done with the parks. At Wright Park, we did a nice job there, but there's more that we want to do there too. And over at the Point, we still have another building there that we want to develop. We did put the roof on there now, but we want to clean up in there and start getting more use out of it. So there's still another phase coming for both of those parks.
So when people see growth, they see change, they see things happening. Much of what's happening is a result of your hard work, the hard work of your cabinet members, whether it's Director Woodbury or Director Yanis or any of the other cabinet members that you may be working with to make sure that funds are coming in, that the city is not just adding jobs that have to be done, that's putting costs on our taxpayers. One of those that's happening is the Senior Center. We were just at the Senior Center last week. We met with Barb Bidas, the coordinator there, and some of the people around. They are excited about things that are happening. We have Senator Young again has managed to bring in funding. We're going to have an adult daycare center there. Can you tell us a little bit more about what some of these amenities are going to be?
Absolutely. We are looking to expand services over at the senior center. One of the complaints that I've been receiving since I've been in office has been that there isn't enough services being provided for our seniors. So, we sat down with Mary Ann Spanos from the Office of the Aging, and we came up with some creative ideas on how we could work together. And that site, the senior center in the city of Dunkirk, is a site that we're looking to expand and provide more services there, like the adult daycare center. These are services that we want to provide out of our site there at the senior center, and they're needed. People want that. Healthcare, we're going to be partnering with the Chautauqua Center to bring some of those services there too. That was another issue that was brought up to me early on when I came into office, that they wanted to know if we could have some of these services there at that site. So these are, again, different partnerships that we're developing and creating and bringing in better services to our seniors. And that's a $750,000 grant that we're doing. It's a major project, and we're going to get, again, more services there. Our people that we currently have there provide services. We're still going to continue to have those services provided there. So, it's going to grow. This is all part of the growth.
And when I was there last week, and I spoke with some of the people who were exercising, some of the seniors, and with Ms. Bidas, and they were excited about it. They were excited about having the adult daycare center there. They were excited about having some of the medical needs being attended to, and also we have the Office of the Aging has an office there. So it is a hub. It is something that we are working on for our seniors, and I think that's very good. And the more we can do those kinds of things, the better for our entire community. So we have a lot happening. What other kinds of things are you thinking about for 2019, and what are some of the successes? What do you feel most proud of about 2018?
Well, first of all, I think that I have to give thanks to all of our department heads. We have a very good team. We have a management team here, people that are working. All of my cabinet members have been given more than enough of their time, and they're good teammates. They work well together. We're seeing progress in the city, and I'm very proud of the team that we've put together here. So I want to put that out there. But in 2019, we're also, like I said, we're really going to be focusing on bringing in businesses, but we want to reach out to some of the local businesses that currently exist now to try to help them to expand if that's what they want to do. And we're currently trying to do that now with some of our businesses. So I think in 2019, you're going to see the growth continue. And again, we're focusing on Central Avenue.
And we've completed have we completed all the work at the water filtration plant now? Is that completed?
That's just about done. We're in the final phase there. I'm being told that it's very soon for them to be completely done with that project, which again, I'm very proud of that, because when I came into office, that was a project that was ongoing for years, and it really wasn't moving. That project places us in position to, again, be able to supply water to even more municipalities. And so that's a good thing for the city, because, again, we're increasing our customer base, and that increases our revenue. And as far as the wastewater treatment plant, that one we're still a little bit further away, but we are working on that. We did have some bumps on the road there, but we took care of it, and we're still working on that project.
So we expect the water filtration plant, do we think those things are going to be completed this year, or will that go into 2019?
I'm hoping that it is completed this year. That was the game plan. Hopefully it will be, but if not, then for sure in 2019.
Okay. And then the wastewater treatment plant, do you expect that to finish up in 2019, or is that going to roll over in 2020? That
one may roll over to 2020. I'm not sure yet. I'm hoping it can be done as soon as we could possibly get it done. But with that project there were so many different issues that have come up since we started the project that we realized that we had more work to do than what we actually planned for. So So, but it's coming along. Our guys, again, I got to give credit to our DPW director. He has not only knowledge but patience. He's a good leader, and the people over there are working well as a team. So I think the project is going to be completed hopefully by 2019.
Okay, so Randy's had his marching orders, right? Now, you talk about your team and you talk about the things that are going on. In 2018 also, we have all the contracts, we have 4 unions in the city. Mm-hmm. All the union contracts are in place, but 2019, we have one that's going to have to be renegotiated. It's going to open up, and we're going to have to rely pretty heavily on the experience of our Director of Human Resources, I assume.
Mm-hmm. We're ready. We've already met. I meet with Mr. Campola regularly, and we are ready to sit down. We have a good relationship with the union leadership, and so I think it'll go smoothly.
So we'll be gearing up for contract negotiations for 2019, and then the others will come due in 2020. So
we got some work ahead of us. Yes.
It is. It's going to be a busy time. What other kinds of things are happening in the city? What other things do you think are important for our residents, for our citizens, and for our business leaders to know?
Well, I want business leaders to know that we are here to help them. Our development department is a department that helps in many different areas. And some of the businesses, new businesses coming in, if they need, for example, building permits or things like that they can contact our development department to receive the help that they might need, and we'll guide them through the whole process. And that's one of the things that are different that we're doing now is we're trying to help businesses move through the process, and we're working with them to guide them through our processes. And that's something that really wasn't happening in the past. So it's working out. We're getting new businesses inquiring about coming in. And that's what this is about. It's about growing the economy by bringing in new businesses and expanding the current businesses that we have. So that's what we're going to be doing in 2019. And
you mentioned the our Housing and Building and Zoning Department. That whole division now is under the auspices of our Planning and Development Department.
Yes.
So that has been a change.
That's a change. We moved it under the Development Department simply because they should be working hand in hand. And other municipalities do it that way, and they're very successful. So we need to change the way that we're doing things, and that's one of the changes that I've made since I came on, is moving that division under the Director of Development, and it's working out well.
And of course, she also has the ability, and because she relies very heavily on the engineering background of our DPW Director, Randy Woodbury. So it is kind of pulled those things together where they need to be, where before they worked almost in isolation of one another.
Right.
So
we have, we have staff meetings, Development Department, they meet weekly. We include our city engineer and our DPW director attend some of those meetings. I make them as much as I can, and it's interesting because when you're working as a team, there's no limit. You can do so much. And so this is huge. Again, it's a little bit different than what they've done in the past, but it's working out well. And our team, like I said, I can't give them enough credit. They're working well together, and good things are happening in the city because of it.
And our CDBG coordinator, Matt Bork, he's also done a great deal of things. I know that he's got the funding. He's been working with our DPW director as far as making our city streets, our sidewalks, our curbing, all the different things that need to happen. He's been working there as well. And so now he's been with us for just over a year. So you have a fairly new group of people, but they're also very cohesive, so that's important.
Yeah, and Matt Bork is he's very knowledgeable in his field. I attended a meeting with him in Buffalo on CDBG, meeting with some of the HUD senior people there, and I was very impressed with his presentation. He's very knowledgeable. He knows what he's talking about, and he's an asset to our team. So
that's kudos to you also for hiring people who really seem to have the experience that they know what they're doing.
Yes.
Is there anything that we've left out, anything else that we need to say or let people know about, anything that's important that's coming up?
Well, no, I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I think it's important for people to spend that time with their family, which is what I intend to do. But I also want to let people know that the city, we're in the process of revitalizing the city. And we have a lot of work ahead of us. We've done a lot already, and we're continuing to work. But if there's any issues that come up, please feel free to reach out to our staff. You know, our department heads have been instructed by me to handle complaints when they come in and to do it, you know, in a relatively, you know, fast way, because sometimes we get complaints and we can't get to them right away, but we always try to make contact with the complainants to let them know where we're at and what we're doing. So I just want the public to know that not to be afraid to contact us, because that's what we're here for, to help them.
And that is who you are, and I know that for a fact. And also, when people have questions, when they have comments, if there's something that they need to have done, you know, they just need to call. All you have to do, if you have a question, a concern, a comment for anyone at City Hall, for the mayor, call in. Call me, Vicki Westling, at 363-6888. Send me an email at vwestling@cityofdunkirk.com. You may snail mail me at Vicki Westling, City Hall, 342 Central Avenue, Dunkirk, New York, 14048, or stop in the city clerk's office, leave a message for me. We'll get back with you. Mayor Rosas believes in transparency in his administration. He believes in inclusion of everyone involved. So thank you, and thank you for watching City Speaks.